Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, traders. Steve here at Logic FX Trading, and welcome to our daily FX analysis, guys. Um, I have a dental appointment in 45 minutes times, guys, but uh, once I come out of there, I've no doubt I'll not be able to speak for a while. So I thought I'd get a quick recording out before I go. And the reason for it is basically the debacle that went on Friday. Um, the news came out that a new variant had been found in South Africa, as I'm sure you knew. Omicron, that decided to call it, and of course, there's been a massive knee-jerk reaction to it because it's got so many mutations on it. We don't know yet whether the vaccination program will work against it. Obviously, all hands on deck will be out there trying to find a specific vaccine for this variant. Um, but there was a massive knee jerk reaction on Friday, guys. But I think that it was overdone because we were going into the weekend, because it was Thanksgiving weekend, because there weren't very many traders out there. So in low volume, things move a lot further and a lot faster than they ordinarily would have. This morning, things there seems to be a little bit of a recovery of what happened on Friday. The one thing we do need to be wary of is if this turns out to be what people fear, then over the next few weeks we could see further drawdowns, guys. So I'm in a bit of a vulnerable position because after waiting all year for a correction over the last few months, I got tired of waiting for it, and I'm kind of 90% invested. Whereas earlier in the year, when all the things continued to go up, I was 50% invested with 50% cash, guys, which held the account back a little bit. My point of view of you're only using 50% of your money for your return. So I kind of got a bit battered on Friday. The account was 8% down for November, which is just horrible, folks. Horrible. Um, considering that I'm a conservative trader. So from this point of view, I didn't panic. I didn't sell anything off. I sold something this morning that was in the green. I might take some more money off the table, just things that are in the green, not anything that's badly drawn down. Um, and I'm just going to ride through it, folks. But I'm going to try and get some cash on the table so that if we do get a deeper drawdown, we can buy into a few things at bargain prices, guys. That's kind of where we are on stocks. And I know this is supposed to be about FX, but that and there's a couple of other little comments I want to make on that. So I'm still half asleep here, folks. There's a couple of other comments I want to make on that, and two of them. One is that one of the commentators I listened to in Bloomberg on Friday was basically saying, listen, the market's overvalued. It's been looking for a reason to correct. And whether this Omicron turns out to be the worst thing in the world or whether it just turns out to be another variant that the vaccine works against, this is the reason that you're getting the sell-off, which means that we could see further sell-off this week if this is being used as the excuse, as it were, because then you get panic in the market. And then the other thing was on yesterday, there was an interview on UK TV of the doctor who discovered the variant in South Africa, and she went through how she came about finding it. But she also said that every single person that she's found this new variant in has had a mild response to it. So we'll have to see. It might be more virulent in that it spreads faster, but if it doesn't, if it isn't more dangerous than Delta, then quite possibly this could be a storm in a teacup. The other thing is everyone's locking their borders down, guys, but it's already here. Learned this the last time round. when everyone's locking their borders down. It's already here. It's already in the UK. It's already in Netherlands. It's already, it's probably already in the United States of America. Yesterday there was 2 cases in the UK. Now there's something like 15 cases, which means there's going to be 100 cases. So it's here already. So the idea that you can isolate from this thing's, all you can do is slow its progress down. Okay, so having said all of that, let's get on a little bit. When prices got to here, what did I draw? I drew that. What does that mean? Well, it's a zigzag, guys. Right. And then what did I draw after that? I drew that. Now, it doesn't mean that that's going to happen, guys. But it's always very interesting whenever, you more or less get what you're drawing. Having said that, I do draw a lot of corrections, guys. And the reason being is that if price is there, the best place to get in is down here. It isn't there because eventually it's going to correct. Unless you're in a situation like this, guys, where it runs and only gives you a small pullback. But hopefully in a situation like that, if you were trading this chart, you would have been in from down here somewhere, guys. So there we have it. What could happen today? Potentially you get a bit of a recovery today. Maybe doesn't make new highs. Maybe it comes into there and gives us a little head and shoulders, and you get a reaction of that, and we end up in a flat correction, guys. That's possible. Okay. Now, let's just quickly get over to the currencies, which is really what we're supposed to be talking about. This was the surprise, and this is, I haven't been trading currencies very much all year, as most of you know. The one thing I had, nailed on, and it shows you why you can never really nail things on in trading, was that the Japanese yen was going to continue to drop, and there you have it. We were looking for it to drop down, come into here, and there's the knee-jerk reaction we got at the weekend, guys. And the reason for that was that the yen was reasonably cheap compared with the dollar, and people are moving into cash. Where are you going to put it? Let's put it in the yen. It's reasonably cheap. We're getting plenty of them, and at some point it may turn and start coming up anyway. So if you were a big player, the yen would have been the choice to go into. So the diet in the yen. What does this mean now? Does that mean now the yen's going to do that? I don't think so, guys. I think it's been a big reaction, and hopefully the yen now at least stays in this sort of region. Now, I don't know that it's going to do that, guys. I'm hoping it's a knee-jerk reaction. I'm hoping then it'll drop down in. Can it continue to drop? Well, not in the short term with the concerns about this variant, which will be around for months, guys. Well, the variant will be around for a long time, but I mean the concerns about it will be around for months. So we could end up seeing a bit of a fluctuation here. If there was going to be a further reaction, I think we would have opened up this morning with us pushing on up. So that's why I'm kind of saying it's stalling a little bit there. If it was an overreaction, we may start to see a drawdown. I wouldn't be trying to trade it because we're not that certain. But if you're in it, I wouldn't dump it today. Well, I am in it, and I'm not dumping it today. I'm maybe going to put a stop loss wherever the stop loss should be on the individual trades. There's one of them there. And if it goes any worse, then okay, I'm out. But if it comes back again, then I'll try and get out for a break even or as close to one as possible. DXY, for some inexplicable reason, did the opposite on Friday. A little bit of a recovery so far. But we were looking for a correction in here anyway, guys. Remember, we were talking about this on Friday. Maybe not as deep as that. We'll have to see before we get the next push up on the dollar. The only thing about this I would say is if this variant turns out to be a stranglehold in the world economy, you'll probably not see the interest rate hikes that the Fed that were being, anticipated by the Fed. So, and they might slow down the sell-off in bond buying, guys, the tapering. So you could see a bit more downside in the dollar. But it's all speculative at the minute, guys, because we don't know how this Omicron thing's going to turn out. And then Europe, obviously, with that move down in the dollar, you had a move up in the euro. Shows you the weakness in the pound, guys. Hardly moved there. The Aussie little turn we got, the push down we were looking for, didn't get the setup for it. It shows the weakness in the Aussie and the New Zealand at the minute, which, of course, in a moment's time, we'll look at how I got battered over there as well. Guys, when I say I get battered, I'm talking about an individual trade, and trades are, less than 1% of the account, each individual trade. So, I'm when I say battered, I don't mean I've lost 20 or 30% of the account. I'm talking about being drawn down 5-10% in a trade, but it's happened within a couple of days of opening the trade. That's what I'm referring to. US CAD, dollar pushed up a little bit there. There's the little hook. We were looking for some sort of pullback. I believe the oil price has pushed up this morning, which could be beneficial for CAD, obviously. But yet again, we don't know how much of this is going to be wound back over the next couple of days, guys. We'll see when America opens today how they react. And then this is the one trade that I was in, or I am in, should I say. And I get into it on, I think it's probably Thursday or something, when we came down into here, because I kind of looked at it and I said, well, we're expecting this to go up anyway. It's come to the bottom. That's a good place to enter. No setup as I would normally look for. So a little bit gun-ho on my behalf. And of course, within a few hours, we were down there. A little bit of recovery. We'll have to see if this is a setup to start going long. US Swiss. Well, yet again, we were looking for this. And I'm not in it, so it's a good thing. And it's come down to where we were looking for it to come to. So potentially there's upside in that, but I'd be very, very wary, guys, of opening anything new today until we see how the the lay of the land. Gold, a little bit of a spike, and then it's dropped again. It's pushing up at the minute. If things get bad, guys, we will see a move up in gold if the stock markets sell off. Silver will be the same. If the stock markets sell off, we'll see a move up in gold. Bitcoin, nice little recovery after the drop on Friday. So everything went down on Friday, guys, or everything went in the opposite direction to the one that I'm trading in. Other than a little bit of gold moved long, but other than that, everything went short. I noticed the VIX that we used to look at all the time was up 28% or something. So anyone that was carrying that insurance would have got a payoff on Friday. The downside is that you have no idea how long it dropped before it got the spike, and if you get in there, you'd still be losing. Ethereum, nice recovery there. We'll have to see, is this thing going to continue? As I drew the other day, from a technical point of view, it looks like it's getting ready. Oops, what did I just do? Oh yeah, it looks like it could be getting ready for another drop. So if you're not in it, I wouldn't be buying in there. If it got to there, that would be a better place to buy. Let's have a quick look at oil. Yeah, oil got battered on Friday as well, guys, and a little bit of recovery this morning. And then I don't have time to go through the other ones. I'll just look at the other trades that on. That was the Aussie. I'll get in here somewhere because we had come up. We measured it on a fib, and it had come down into 50% retracement. So I thought to myself, well, also looked like there could be a fifth wave. So I got involved in it, and bang. Really, really bad luck, bad timing, guys. And there you go, yet again with this one. Same thing, got involved here, was looking for it to push up, and bang. So I'm just going to sit on these guys and see if they slowly recover over the next weeks and months. If there's another sell off, they'll probably do that. So stop loss under there would be the order of the day, guys. That's all I've got time for this morning. Don't be panicking. If you can take some money off the table without losing anything, do that. Maybe move stop losses closer just in case there's a bad reaction. But listen to the news carefully today and see what people are saying, or read the news. And I'll be back this time tomorrow, guys, to give you. And listen, if things are looking bad, I'll do another recording later this evening. Can't be this afternoon, guys, because the amount of dental work I'm getting done won't allow that. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Speak to you all again tomorrow. Bye for now.